then from there, we went on a 48 city tour. We was already on we wasn't actually on tour with Wiz Khalifa, but we was doing engagements with Wiz Khalifa in the Midwest. Like he'll, call management, tell your guys be in Detroit or be in Chicago, anywhere near, we'd go open for him. And then Bone, we opened for Bone that night, and then we end up going on a 48 city tour with him. And that shit was
Man, what?
cool.
Right, I was about that. Nah, cool, man. What was that like? 48 cities. People
I
dream
mean,
of doing stuff like that, man.
that shit was raw. It was sold out every night. You know, like from my perspective, because at that time I was so trying to get us on that I was wearing so many hats and I was trying to be so serious. So it was like the groupies and all that, the side show. I wasn't on none of that. Like I was focused. So it was cool because like from my perspective, I could just remember like the first 10 cities like not really going how I wanted it to go because I was used to rocking that shit by myself and like having the crowd
Hmm.
respond a certain way. So I remember coming off the stage in New York and I remember having my head down and I remember the vice president of Warner Brothers like, chill, what's wrong? I'm like, man, we ain't really killed that shit like we were supposed to. He like, nigga, that's New York City. He was like, the whole fact they ain't boo your ass off the stage is respect. Like nobody know these songs. They sat there and listened to you for 25 minutes. Like, and then so I got to thinking about the shit like, all right, that's the problem. I need to shorten this show tape. So I came back to Cleveland real quick. I shortened the show tape to like 15 minutes. I put like the more faster shit first. I put like some explosions and shit in there. And then we came back out in the Carolinas and that shit was going. So like I could just remember by the time we got to like Atlanta and Orlando and Miami and different shit, it was just going so hard. Like they start saying, they actually put us on right before Bound, and they start
Hmm.
saying like, Mo Thug ain't dead. We got coming from St. Clair, Black Money, and it just got way turned up, and it was a great experience by then. Plus, um, God know what you need. So at the time, I needed to know that I could do that shit, or I could still do that shit. And he showed me I could if that's what I wanted to do. But then he also showed me he had other plans for me. So that's how that shit worked on my end.
Right, right, man. That's major. Rocking the New York crowd as a new artist or an artist that they may not be familiar with for 25 minutes. That's like an eternity. Like you say, they ain't
Bruh,
even boo
I felt like I was on the stage for a day. I
you.
couldn't wait. I
Right.
couldn't wait because I mean they literally were just sitting there watching me, just looking like I'm like, damn, I can't get no response out their ass or nothing. But like I guess I had to look at it like Bill said. They fall the whole fact they just listen, show respect.
Right.
You know what I
Especially
mean?
back then, you going back 10, what was that, 10, 11 years ago,
Yeah,
man. So that
for
kind of
sure.
going to my next question. Like, how do you feel like hip hop has changed, and in particular in Cleveland? You know what I'm saying? What are some of the changes that you have seen, and how do you feel about it? You know what I'm saying? What can Cleveland do to get back into the forefront of hip hop?
I mean, it's the same shit I've been saying forever. Like the whole fact we never really had our moment is because we keep having a bunch of one-offs. It could start
Hmm.
with you could go back to MC Chill, Bango, Suave, uh, Psycho Unit. Then you had a whole three summers of just me and Brothers for the Struggle. Like I'm gonna say, me and Brothers for the Struggle had probably like the longest run. And then fast forward to you know Fat Al and Chip the Ripper and MGK and uh, all the way to now to the guys that you got up and coming now. So the problem always been to me is unlike Atlanta or Houston, where they kind of got together and forced a movement, we always get one person in the limelight, and it's 50% of the people with them and 50% of the people not with them. So I think it's just to the point now where we gotta just learn from our past mistakes and just really put together a movement where we could all get behind a group of artists and we could possibly, create a Cleveland music scene. If not, then it's gonna always be one offs. Now, as far as the vibes and what they doing now and all that shit, that's like one thing that I noticed about myself, how I was able to really rap from literally the late 80s all the way to the early 2000s was I never thought that it was about me. You know what I'm saying? I always understood that the music would always evolve. And I looked at uh, legends like Too Short, Busta Rhymes, shit, you could throw Drake in that category now, but anybody who been around for more than one decade, they stayed themselves, but that music and that vibe, they didn't stay on that same music and that same vibe. You know what I mean? So you have to be able to evolve to do some shit like that. So as far as with the city, like I said, we need to just really come together and create an environment, create like a movement. And then as far as you know, like how the music changed, the music gonna change. 10 years from now, they're gonna be doing something else. You know what I mean? And, you know, they went from lyrics and bars to mumbling to, you know, fat rapping fast, singing on hooks, no singing on hooks. I mean, that shit gonna change every 10 years. Ain't gonna really be nothing you can do about that shit. So I kind of just roll with what's hot. Now I'm working on a project now because they won't let it die. So I'm going to do this shit before I'm 50 and really old and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
working on 7 songs right now, but at the same time, like I'm not trying to do what I did in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? Or in the early 2000s. I'm gonna make. I've always been one to try to make hits. So a hit is gonna mean you got timeless classic music out here, and that's what I always try to put out. At the same time, I can't you know, I can't make a track or make some shit that sounds like 1990. You know what I mean? You got to make. I always try to make music that don't even sound like what they doing now. I try to make some shit that sound like it's from 10 years in the future type shit. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's how you kind of just stay ahead of the curve. Now, will I be singing on these songs? Probably not. But I would probably go hire me some singers. You know what I mean? Will it be a lot of auto tune? Probably not, but it is gonna might be some. You see what I'm saying? So you got to just
Right.
get in there. When I get in there and do these songs, I got Sparks from New Jersey who do he mix shit for Jay-Z, for Jim Jones, for Harry Fraud and different cats out that way. He's gonna do all my mixing and mastering and shit. So I probably go actually record it in the city and then just send it out there to him or go out there and kick it with him for a minute, let him mix and master it. I'm only gonna do 7 songs and it's gonna be definitely my final project. Cause like only reason to be honest with you, only reason I'm even doing this shit is because it's like so much interest. I mean, like I got executives from Interscope call me and say, man, if you put some songs on iTunes or anything, you're gonna sell at least 100,000 because so many Bone fans want to know about you and different shit. So I'm not gonna turn down no money. So I'm on it.
Yeah, man. I
And
look forward to it.
I still love to do it too. I mean, I ain't gonna cap. I still love to do it. I'm just a busy grown ass man right now. So that's how that shit works.
Right, right, man. Man, but I definitely look forward to it. And people have heard so much stuff about you. You got a mystique about yourself. So, like I say, once they get to know you and tap into what you have done and what you continue to do, you know what I'm saying? You will have your own, you know what I'm saying, your own space in history. But it's like it's on you to tell that story too. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it's on you. We gonna write that book.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, I'm gonna message you as soon as we get off the chat though. But thanks for coming on the show, man. It ain't no long show. I just wanted to let the viewers, get a minute glimpse of the severe impact that you have had on the city of Cleveland and hip hop across the world. Obviously, by working with the different artists that you have worked with, you are truly appreciated. You are a king. You know what I'm saying? So
Appreciate
until
you, Ken.
next time. All day. Oh, let them know
Hey,
before I get off your Instagram.
I about to say that. All right. Check right now, in case people don't know, I general contract now. I do some of the I mean, people say I do some nice shit. I would like to think that I'm cold with it like I was rapping. But you can check me out at K_Ford_renovations on Instagram. So that's K Ford Renovations with underscores with them. You can check me out on Facebook. It's maxed out, but it's Christopher K Chill Ford with a K. Look out for these songs that's coming. I think I'm gonna even